Hello everybody, Burnedoutguy here, and welcome back to Foundry. Last episode we made this a massive system for solar panels. We got our little thumbs up guy here, a little monument to ourselves, and we played with a little bit of a pew pew laser. I wonder if I can do it from over here. And we got to play with a little bit of a pew pew laser. Awesome. Totally wicked. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, so for today, in between episodes, actually, I did a few things. Okay, I got what do we do here? Over at this thing up here, we did a bunch of upgrades in here. So now we don't have very much left. Just playing with stuff with the orbital laser, making it stronger, is pretty much what I've been doing right now. We have another upgrade for the hull, so that means we're going to be able to unlock even more. Probably the last little bit of upgrades for our space station. As you can see, like we're getting pretty beefed out here. Everything's looking pretty smart. So we did that. We unlocked medium ships as well. So we now have the ability to do medium ships. So that's pretty cool. These are 2 times, a little bit more than 2 times the capacity of the other ones that we have, which is pretty good. I'm assuming once I upgrade this and I get the next tier unlocked, it'll probably be a little bit bigger than that, probably up to like 10K. So that would be nice. That'd be pretty nice. Lots of hangar space, the whole 9 yards. We're doing pretty damn good up in here. So 80 power available. All right. I think we're doing really good up here anyways. So let's get into that one. And then what else did I do? Oh yes, I did all this. So I upgraded the crushers for this side and that side. So these two both are the newer crushers, the tier 2 ones. Over here, we gave our little system over here a nice little upgrade. So now the glass and the concrete system got quite the little upgrade. So now we're doing all the tier 2 crushers. Over here, we got the bigger smelters for the glass. And then I added a bunch more of these things making concrete. So that's pretty good. That should help us out in future endeavors. The other thing I did over here was I gave our little fuel area, yeah, the fuel and the chips area a little bit of a buff. So now we're making a lot more stuff over here. Now the reason why I brought all this down and doubled it was because eventually this is going to be gone. And eventually we're going to turn this into a landing pad, and we're going to bring in the resources from elsewhere to land here and feed our little thing here. Well, I like it. I like it. I like it. We got 2 separate lines here making these things. Why empty? Why empty? What's wrong? What wrong? Okay, it's not empty. I was just too high up, and they were all rendered out. Ooh, okay, so not empty. Packed up. All right, so that's 2 separate lines of making the rods, and they come down here, and we got 2 separate lines of making the electronic components. One of them feeds the chips, okay, and we got a nice little chip line going over here now. The other one goes underground and comes out over here and helps feed the what are these fuel cells, these energy cell ones. Yeah. So that's that. That's what I've done over here. This one I didn't touch at all. I left it as is because it's only for our personal fuel. We're not going to need that much. This one over here, I doubled it up pretty much, and I'm going to leave room to put another one next to it. And then this way we can have double the amount of stuff coming in. This is our green juice. This is the stuff that we use to make the energy stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, with that being said, I am leaving this area down here open in case we need to expand more. So in case I need to make more, I can double it. even from that, and I can make this bigger, that bigger, and so forth, right? It's kind of my plan is just try to leave room for future expansion if needed, right? Without having to like rip anything down, I can just kind of like add on. Is kind of my goal. So for today's episode, I want to get into doing something else. We need to start making this stuff here, the Ignium fuel rod recipe, and we need to get into spaceship fuel. As you can see, they both use pretty much all the same things except for water and the contents, like what they're being held in. So like these things and I guess the barrels, which would be these right here, these empty barrels. Other than that, requiring no, that's all steel. Interesting, steel in a little bit. That's pretty cool. But we can figure something out. We'll end up making like a production line for that and that down here. But yeah, so now we got like this whole nice big area to play in. But I'm gonna separate it off so that way I'm gonna try to do the count how wide that is and separate it off, and then we got like a little section here to do fuel with. But see, there was something else I wanted to check out first before we build a production line, and I don't know where to put it. It's this thing right here. This big storage tank. I did make it. I think I put it away. All right, so here is the big tank that I was like looking at. What I'm curious about is like, how do you get the smaller pipes into that? I do kind of see smaller ports, but they're on an angle, so they don't seem like they would work right. And to me, it's only the big pipes that are there, right? And how do you connect small pipes with that? I'm just curious. I'm really not sure. I really want to build this thing just to find out what it looks like, and then kind of like go from there. We could always deconstruct it afterwards if we don't like it, like the placement, because really, like, I just wanted to place it somewhere and say, okay, well, and I don't even know how big the pipes are that are going to deal with this stuff. Like, I don't even need. I don't know. I'm so confused. I don't know why we need a big tank like this. I just want to check it out. I think I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, so that's all it is. It's just a big tank. Now, where... And then you got big pipes. Okay, how do you get to the... How do you put the small pipes in there, then? Because we ended up getting these too, right? This big pipe recipe. 9. Is that what that is? Okay, so you got all the same big pipes. Oh, they're not very long, though. Like, they're very small. So how do you get small stuff into here? I don't know. And the fact that it's only one and it doesn't go up any higher, too, is kind of interesting. Can you use the ladder? Yeah, you can. Interesting. Cool. What about that build planner thing? Does this work on there? It does. So you can tower it higher. I want to see how high it can go. Okay, so that's the top. Interesting. But is there any... Still looking for a way to put stuff in here. Like, what is that? Is that like a place to put stuff in? Is that how that works? Kind of looks like it. Would make sense that you drop stuff in through the top of a tank and you would empty it out from the bottom, right? That kind of does make sense. Anyways, I'm going to start the construction of this. And then we're going to find out what this does. Because I am like so curious. Okay. I understand how this works now for the tanks and stuff like that. So here I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown. So on the top there probably was no, yeah, I didn't think there was. So Okay, that just makes it the contents of the tank like really big. That's freaking awesome. Okay, so now the way this stuff works, I figured it out. I'm not that bad. So now we got a pipe to pipe pump. Okay, so say if the pipe was too long or whatever and was stressed out, well, we'd use one of these things to um to do like we do with the other ones to relieve stress and have the pumps. Now, say we want to go from one to the other, okay? Big to small, right? So this one is the small pipe to big pipe, and then this one is the big pipe, small pipe. So as you can see the arrows, and then you look on the arrows in this way, you got big pipe out to small pipe. So this is pretty cool. So if you wanted to um make your factory, I could turn that around. I can go like this. I could put that there. We can make like a big gas factory right here, right? And we could fill up the tank with gas. And then we could put the outgoing pipe here and going up and maybe do another level where we're like shipping that gas somewhere else, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's just kind of like what this big tank does. That's kind of cool. So now we got to figure out what we're going to do with it. Whether we're going to use it or if we're going to not use it. Because we need lots of gas, right? So I don't know whether storing the gas ahead of time would be a good idea or just kind of making a flow system like this where we generate what we need at that time, right? Um, but having a couple of these really big tanks floating around the yard here would look kind of cool, man, in storage stuff. So I might use a couple of these and actually use them for maybe the fluids that we're making. I think that would be kind of cool, maybe. What do you all think? I think that would be kind of nice. We could just figure some way to store them now, like to use these tanks and. That's actually kind of a good idea. I almost want to see about flattening or putting a row of them here, like lifting them up. Yeah, making it like a. Yeah. That would actually look pretty cool. I'm thinking about maybe lifting this up, make like a flat surface here, kind of like what we did over here, and then have them overlooking this. Yeah. Let me play with that idea and kind of go with it. I think we need to carve back this mountain a little bit. That's pretty cool. That saves a lot of time. Did that destroy? It did. I figured it would. Okay, let me fix this. All right, so I'm thinking of something like this. I'm thinking about having two for the oil, and then that way we'll always have like a backup of oil, and then here we'll have one for the green stuff, and then one for the fuel. And those would be the two types of stuff that we'll store here in this place, I guess. That I'm thinking for now, anyways, because I know there's more liquids to come. So yeah, but I don't know if that's gonna get refined here or not. That might be in a different area. This is just for oil. That other stuff might be for another thing, because I think it is. I think it might be this pink one. Not 100% sure. Low density. Can't remember. But there's one to make these, yeah, these waffles. I think that's what it is. Not 100% sure. Liquid teluxite. Oh, that's not the same thing at all. Oh yeah. Okay, so the other stuff is down here. The liquid whatever. So wherever this is located, that's where we're gonna do the probably the next foundry or whatever. But this is all oil related stuff right here. So all right, that's not too bad. Got all the little pumps there powered now, and then maybe I'll start building these things now. All right, so we're gonna let those guys do that, and we'll connect everything up again, and we'll see how it looks. Well, I sure do like that. That does look nice. That really, really does look nice. The only thing I do not like about it, and I think that they should change, is the line that goes up the side. If this is supposed to be like a glass to look in or something, that really should be the change to the color or whatever liquid it is on the inside. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe if not, then that's just kind of like the look of the tank, which is fine. That's just like the look of the tank, but that's supposed to represent what's supposed to be inside. I think that's like a hit and miss, but that's just me. Other than that, it looks great. I think it looks great like this. So all four of these pipes are being thrown into here, and they're being split up between the two tanks. So right now in these tanks we have 700,000 liters, and in this one I think we got roughly about the same. And then this one 18,000. So this one's gonna be really slow to fill up because like we got like a small system. This is a little lackluster. These little red things coming in. I might double that thing over there and have another belt come in and then take over at the halfway points. That way these three can be fed by one belt and those three can be fed by another belt. This last one isn't really getting anything at all. It's just mainly this one. So, but yeah, that'll be for a little bit later. Right now we're going to start concentrating on making fuel, I guess. Just like what we did yesterday on this side. Except we have a whole tank that we're going to use to dedicate to just making fuel to fill up this tank right here. And then kind of go from there. All right, let's do this. All right, so we got what 18 of these things, 18 distillation things and 18 chemical things. These are all going to make us our fuel. Regardless if we're furnishing all this or not, I don't know. But we're going to find out. We're going to see how many of these things are pumping and how many things are not. So, but I figure we're going to need lots of fuel for what we're going to about to do. So yeah, I think this will be good, very good. Let's hook all this up. All right, so it looks like I got our little thing all set up here. I think I'm just going to connect these 3 tubes. And we'll see how much of this stuff turns and churns. Oh god, alright. Okay, so we got a stress system here. Alright. Because we can unstress that. Where would be a nice place to put pumps? See, I put these pumps at the end so they don't show as much. Maybe I could do the same thing here too. Hide some pumps down this way. Alright, so it looks like we're burning. Looks like everything's burning. Damn, son. That's good. That's good. Let's go check how much fuel is being processed here. Oh, there we go. That number seems to be going up pretty quick. I like that. I like that. That's good. That's good. Making a hell of a lot more fuel here than we are making of that green stuff here. Oh. Arrow 91. See, we're almost at that right now. That's crazy. There you go. Okay, awesome. So now that's fuel taken care of. That's pretty dope. I like our little expanse here. It's coming along nice. Our little Abu Dhabi section of of our map. All right, so let's continue on with this. So now we need to make canisters and stuff like that for our fuel. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to turn this area right here into some kind of a fuel depot section where we'll make our fuel here into the canisters, and then whatever has to be shipped over this way to go back to the production line can go that way, and then the other stuff for the space fuel we can put like a big depot over here, and that can be sent off into space. So let me get that all prepped up, and we'll go from there. All right, everybody, and just like that, we're making everything. Wow, what a ride this has been just to make all this stuff. All right, so pretty much well everything is like right around base, so I didn't really record me doing all of this stuff, but I'll show you the stuff that I did do in order to get this all the materials here, right? So we obviously know we're making our gas up here. It's being split off between the two sections. This is making our fuel rods or whatever, these things here. And then the other ones are making the fuel for to go up into space. Okay, so we'll see how this all equals out in the end. Like I'm sure there's going to be things I'm going to have to tweak to make it a little bit better. So we have all of our products coming in. So that's all this red stuff, all the powder, and our thermalite plates are coming in on this side. That's pretty neat. But we started running over this way, and I upgraded down here quite a bit. So now we got 3 of these little productions going. 6 on each is a full lane. Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Down here we're like, this is going away real quick. I used the bomb in here earlier, so that's probably why there's garbage in here. Alright, so yeah, that's going away like extremely fast. That's faster than what I thought it was going away. So that means we're probably going to have to start shipping that stuff in from another location like real soon, which is something we'll have to get into the maybe next episode. But yeah, so I spent a lot of time revamping this, so that way we can get a bunch of different lines of that igneous powder going out. Like I said, I'll probably have to visit the thermalite thing downstairs. I upgraded a part here near our tectonic plate thing there, whatever, our rod factory. So that way we can make this stuff here, the wires, before we send it upstairs. So now we're sending the wires this over here, and we're getting that back. We'll send that home there shortly. And then the water is just coming down from over here, because we're already shipping this down from halfway across the world. So I just tagged it off from over here and then brought it over. So that's where we're getting the water from, because we need water in order to make this space fuel, along with our fuel, which is odd. Anyways, I'm not going to ask questions. Other than that, yeah, so like that's oh my god, it's been absolutely crazy. But it's been a pretty awesome episode so far. I enjoyed building all of this stuff and getting it rock and rolled. Next episode we'll work in trying to get that space friggin' juice to the moon, or to our moon, to our station. Oh my god, I'm tired. I've been at this for like since early this morning trying to do all this stuff. It's been crazy. What a day. Yeah, so we'll try to get this to the station, and we'll see how much it's fueling and how much our ships are using and how much we have to like up this to feed our production up there. So my god, what an episode. What an episode. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the episode, everybody. Like, subscribe, peace, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.